All right, let's settle down. Let's get our guest speaker up here. You know, he's no stranger to us. We love, he just brings it real simple. He makes it so simple and he makes it so profound. He's known as a man of backbone and posture. Decided, Miss Thomas, I'm sleeping on the floor till I get to the next position. I'm almost there. I got some more to get in, but I got to get it in. And I just want to thank him so much because we all love. He's got a simple way of bringing it down, and a different way of bringing his style down, but I love it. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to the one and only backbone and posture man himself, the great Mr. Sam Foster.
Message. Thank everybody for being on the call. I'm not going to run down a list of individuals. I see you guys on the call. We're going to go ahead and get straight to the point because I have somewhere to be. And I have two places I have to be today. One in about an hour, and another one tonight. I have a big event I'm going to. All right. With that said, Mr. Clemens, if you can cue that first video, if you have.
Can't want something but not put in the work. You know, and it doesn't matter what you're doing in life, no matter what it is. It could be a professional athlete, or it could be an artist, it could be a doctor, it could be anything in the world. But you got to put the work in. And I think if you put the work in, the results will happen organically.
Wow, wow, wow. I wanted that to be short, sweet, and to the point. I know everyone knows who that is. That is Mr. scoring leader of the NBA all-time, Mr. LeBron James. He says, if you put the work in, you're going to have the results in a positive manner organically. That's right, guys, organically. It's going to come by default because you're doing the work. And if you work it, it will work. All right? With that said, guys, if you're taking notes, the title of the message is I'm changing. I'm changing. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Ryan Swallow, I'm changing. I'm changing. That's right. That's right. Mr. Cush all the way in Canada, I'm changing. Rick Kubiak, I'm changing. That's right. That's right. That's right. Danny Payne in Alberta, Canada, I'm changing. Maria Estrada, I'm changing. Adrian O'Neal, I'm changing. Mrs. Dwight, I'm changing. Hey, Buddy Lee Clemens, I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. Cordell, I'm changing. I see you guys. I'm changing. And this is the reason why. I'm going to have to say this slow. I'm going to try to contain myself. I may even have to sit on my hands to say this. Ladies and gentlemen, I was at an event last weekend. It was a big event. Mr. Thomas, I don't want to name drop. You know a few people. And there were a couple of people that was in the room that you actually know. A couple of millionaires, guys. Event was packed. As a matter of fact, they had to stand at the door not to let anybody else in the room. They said if they put another person in the room, it's going to be a fire hazard. That's how packed this event was. Packed. I was in the room, guys. The guest that they had in the room is a very popular person. And I don't want to name drop because I want the message to speak for itself and not necessarily the people. A few people that were in the room were multi-millionaires. You guys know them. If I said their name, you would know them on the spot. One guy flew in just for that particular day. All right? Financial guys, world-renowned influencers, the whole nine. They're getting ready to put on an event, a big event in this area, in the Texas area. The event was so big where when they found out who was going to be there, they had a small meeting, and the meeting probably tripled in size. As a matter of fact, they should have had it in another part of the building because they thought it was going to be that big, but then it ended up just trickling down, and it was crazy. This is my point to it. I'm sitting in an event. I'm hearing the people talk, and they were talking about various topics because it's an entrepreneur event. And they got to the point to where it was some, as we call it, guys, big wigs in the room. So they felt generous. So in the event, they wanted to give out I guess we would call them passes, vouchers, free entry to the event. So one lady gets up and she says, I want to give out 3 vouchers for someone who maybe can't afford it. Watch this, guys, and I'm gonna have to break this down. Let me go on gallery because I want to see some faces when I say this, because I know I got some people on here that's IBOs, of course, and I'm gonna have some people that when it gets recorded will be people peeking and trying to show interest in what we do. Guys, let me explain something to you. I'm in the event, and the lady said, well, since one of the speakers had been so generous to her, she owns a business. She said, I want to give 3 passes. I want to pay for 3 passes for someone to come on me. Well, guys, the business card starts coming out. But it lead you to thought you was at the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, everybody started throwing business cards. And then you had 2 or 3 millionaires standing there. So everybody caught the wave. Mr. Thomas, they caught the wave. You had somebody else said, well, my business is going to give out 30. We're going to give out 30. It got so big in there, and everybody was trying to show themselves a little bit, and I get it. They started saying, well, I want to sponsor somebody. One company said, I'm going to sponsor 30 people. Watch this. This the price, guys. This the price. It went from $1,000 a head. Somebody gonna get this. Somebody gonna get this on this call. $1,000 per ticket. One company said, I'm gonna sponsor 30 people in the room. They start throwing cards. A few of them hit me in my head. Think about it. A few of them hit me in my head. Deborah Robinson, a few of them hit me in my head. Do you hear me? Watch this. They said, the organizer of the event said, well, what I was going to do, guys, I was going to drop the price because I want more people to come in that wouldn't have access to this information. Guess what, guys? They sponsored some more people. So it went from 1,000, he dropped it. It went from 1,000 guys to 450. Agent O'Neill, $450. Don't wreck your car. I'm getting ready to go some, brother. I'm going somewhere with this. Don't wreck your car. $450 a head. They were sponsoring people. This was $1,000 general admission. Watch this, guys. The max, the premier package was $10,000. Watch this here, Brian. Watch this here, Brian Waller. $10,000 was the max package. Huh? Mr. Manny, I went New York City. $10,000 was the max package. They dropped it to $450. They started sponsoring people. I mean, business cards going all over the place. They was running up to the people trying to get to them. I'm trying to hold people back. Watch this, guys. I want you to imagine the scene. This is why I'm painting this picture so vivid. Watch this. I said, my God, what's going on? You'd have thought somebody was giving away $1 million. You know what I found out, guys? And it's going to help somebody's business blow out the roof. Watch this. They nudged me and said, you're not going to try to get sponsored? Watch this, guys. I said, for what? Watch this. You know what I found out? I'm at ACN. Ding, 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 ding. Watch this, guys. Watch this, guys. If they do get sponsored and get somebody to buy into their business plan, watch this. Guys, do you realize, if I'm not mistaken, I live on the same planet you guys live on. Well, if they get somebody to buy into their business, they got to pay these people back. Watch this. With interest. I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas. With interest. Watch this. If you get somebody to buy into your business plan, you got to pay that back. Guys, you know what I figured out? And I'm going to try to be as calm as possible, Mr. Thomas. I'm finna sit on my hands when I say this now because I've been waiting a week. I've been waiting a week. You're right. I was chopping at the bit, sir. I've been waiting a week to say this. I've been waiting a week. Oh, week. Do you guys realize I'm in that room and that room was packed? Look, guys, I almost lost my mind. I told the person next to me, I said, why would I have to get sponsorship and try to pitch a business to somebody when my business is already set? It's already set. Not only is my business already set, guys, but they won't, watch this, to come into the room, the minimum was $1,000. I'm 324. Lights out. Let me stop, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, let me stop. Let me digress for a minute. Let me calm down. I'm 324 out the door. All inclusive. Let me repeat this, guys. ACN is 324, all inclusive out the door. And all they was gonna get is a chance to pitch their business. A chance. If I'm not mistaken, guys, we got everything in our business. We got updates every day, $324. That's a tax write-off. Watch this, guys. Not only that, but I'm not a brick and mortar, so I don't have to worry about the water bill, the gas bill, and all. I don't have to worry about none of that. And I'm all over the country at the same time. So when all these people gonna be flying in next month, all these people gonna be flying in, they're gonna be flying in, they're trying to pitch it, they're trying to pitch. And they got to pay for the event, and they got to try to pitch, and they got to try to get revenue for it. Mine is all inclusive, one-time fee. Somebody gonna get this. Somebody's gonna get this today. Now I see why my week was a wreck. Now I see why my week was a wreck. Do you realize, guys, nobody wanted me to deliver this message? I was in the room. I almost lost my mind. I said, there is no way I got a business this complete, and these folks are scrambling like eggs, trying to jump at 3 or 4 people and trying to hope that they pitch them the right way. Wait a minute. I don't have to pitch anybody. You doing my stuff, business and residential, every single day. I don't have to pitch you. I don't have to pay you back. Oh my God. Do you guys realize that we just tell the average person that? Now, these are entrepreneurs. These are people that got millions of dollars. They still trying to pitch somebody. Do you realize you got to pay that money back? Guys, when we do the 324, that's a one-time fee. Mr. Thomas, we ain't got to pay nobody back. I don't have to worry about interest. I don't have to worry about if it fails, I tank out. I don't have to worry about none of that. Because as long as I'm my own customer, that's my platform right there. Somebody need to get that. If most people be their own customer out the gate, you won't have to worry about getting qualified. Come on, somebody. I'm going to sit back on my hands, Mr. Thomas. Because if you get your own 5 services is $200. Just 5. First 30 days. You got people that's hoping they get to talk to somebody at an event, and people do it all the time, just to get to talk to somebody, and they're not even paying attention to them. You have to hope that if you pitch somebody, they're going to pay attention to you. And then we're not even talking about guys, if they got a brick and mortar, and most of them do, they have to pay the utilities and all that stuff that come with a brick and mortar business. So they were sitting in the room trying to pitch these millionaires and trying to get a free admission to an event. I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. No disrespect. I don't mean no harm. I didn't need it. Mr. Thomas, I heard your voice ringing loud in my ear. And I'm next to these people. I was doing an event. You know what I do, Mr. Thomas, but I couldn't understand. I'm an entrepreneur. I come out of Al Thomas University. I couldn't understand why these people was throwing these business cards. I get they was trying to get free into the event, but once you get into the event, you still got to try to pitch somebody, run behind them. And I'm like, we got a complete business. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm changing. Guys, it hit me like a ton of bricks. You talking three referrals a day? That's a joke. Guys, do you realize we have a complete business in ACN that's already boxed up with a bow on the top? It's boxed up. You don't need to do nothing else but walk out there and talk to somebody. Open your mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
All you have to do is open your mouth up and say a little something. Let me get your name and your number. Stop being afraid. Warning, 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 warning. Stop being afraid. Let me tell you something, guys. Everybody that was in that event did not have what I got. Why you think I'm going tonight? Why you think I'm going tonight? Are you crazy? Listen, guys, they don't understand us until we tell them. We have a business so complete, it goes over the head, Mr. Thomas, of the average individual. I'm sorry, guys. Now I realize why it's such a problem for the average person. Come on, guys. Let me slow this down. Let me slow this down a little bit. It's a problem for the average person, Mr. Dix, because the average person only understands pitching somebody, throwing a business card to somebody, hoping if I get their attention, they may help me out with funding. But what about having a business like ACN, that you don't have to have a drop of funding? The 324 does it all. Did he say that? I said that. The 324 does it all. You get you a complete business that's updated every single day, guys. That's hosted and updated every day. You don't have to worry about changing something. You don't have to worry about doing this and that. And if you look at your website, it's so complete because it has a slot on there where you can put your face on there. Credibility. If you don't have your face on there, put your face on there. Credibility. It has your phone number on there. It has your email on there. Come on, guys. No disrespect, guys, but if you was blind, dumb, crippled, and crazy, people could contact you whether they wanted to or not. Think about it. Because you have everything on that website. The co-founders got it right. We got more of an advantage than the average entrepreneur will ever have. Because we got everything on that site that if somebody look on there, guess what? They either gonna handle their business and talk to us, or they gonna scatter like roaches when the lights come on. Do you hear me? I'm not playing, man. Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? I almost lost my mind. I'm sitting there and these millionaires are in the room trying to sit back and sit on their throne and like, yeah, we got them. Now you ain't got me because I got the whole shebang. And I don't have to pay you anything. If the average fee was $1,000, guys, and we 324, and we have no interest. And when you come into the business, you got it. And you got support. Watch this. Across the globe, you can pick up a phone and talk to your upline. You can talk to anybody you want to talk to because we have that kind of community in ACN. Whether you on our particular team or not, we're all ACN because we understand the bigger picture. We're not trying to, no disrespect, we're not trying to stab anybody in the back because we realize if you're in New York, Mr. Manny, and I got a potential IBO, you're going to tag, bam, you're it. He come to Texas, bam, tag, I'm it. Oh my God. And you mean to tell me I have little to no overhead? Buddy Lee, I almost lost my mind. I couldn't understand it to save my life. Deborah, I couldn't understand it to save my life. Janice Mason, I almost lost my mind in the room. People were wondering why I wasn't going up to give somebody a business card. First of all, guys, it was 600-700 people in the room. You think these people gonna look at 600 or 700 business cards? That's number one. Number two, if I am talking to them, I'm talking to them like they need to be on my team. I don't need to be on your team. You need to be on my team. Are you kidding me? Millionaire. Trust me, guys, I'm talking to them. Watch this. Because I could not understand why we got such a complete business and we have little to no overhead. That's what blew my mind. I said, I don't have to worry about a water bill at a building. I don't have to worry about the pipes busting at a building. I don't have to worry about paying monthly rent to nobody. Let me say this again. Nobody. When I got that 324 paid for, guys, that's the lock, stock, and barrel, the kitten, and the caboodle. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Now, guys, we got the whole thing in one shot. If you just understand that in your own psyche, you don't have to worry about people pitching businesses and this, that, and the other. And every millionaire, billionaire, it don't matter, already does your services. Think about it, guys. So why am I standing there trying to throw a card, a pitch a card? Come talk to me. I don't need to do that. All I need to do is speak to him. Mr. Thomas, you just did it. All I need to do is speak to him. All I need to do is build a relationship pleasantly. All I have to do is speak and be pleasant. Then I can say, I do a little something. With little to no overhead, a one-time fee, and it's residual-based passive income. Let me stop. Residual-based passive income. Let me say this again for somebody who don't understand. Residual-based passive income. Now, when most people hear passive income, if they know what you're talking about, they're going to say, what do you mean? If you just send them your information, they can see it for themselves. Now the weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. All you have to do is send the information, make sure you get their name and number. I send them the Tony Cooper's video. Then I'll back it up with my personal website. So then they can see the make the money side and the save the money side at the same time. They can see it at the same time. You give them some time to sit and look at it. You give them a day or two. Now you can call them back as a follow-up. Millionaire, billionaire, bomb on one leg. If they got a residence or a business, they already doing your services. Pierce Dix, they already doing your service. You don't have to run behind them. You don't have to throw a business card trying to hit somebody in the head. They almost kill me. They almost trample me over. Trying to get to these people that they say, oh, they millionaires and billionaires. You know the first thing I said, Mr. Thomas, you know the first thing I said to myself, them jokers need me. They doing my service. I don't need them. No disrespect, guys. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm not trying to tell you don't talk to people that got influence and got money, but I understood something, guys. I had to change my thought process because I realized something, guys. If you change your thoughts, you can change your life. Let me say that again. If you change your thoughts, you can change your life. Because I gave myself an opportunity to finally sit down and look around the room, guys. I looked around the room. I saw some affluent people in the room. I saw some average people in the room. And a lot of these people I knew. And I said to myself, wow, they're running around here like rats on the same piece of cheese. I mean, they just hovering over these few people. And I can imagine a few people saying, watch this, guys. No disrespect to the few people. But when they get that entry fee, that's a lot of their money right there. If they give one or two people a chance. But what if 10,000 people show up? And they charging $1,000 general admission? They made a lot of money just off of hope. Mr. Thomas, they made a lot of money just off of hope. Watch this. I'm sorry, guys, but ACN is not hope. ACN is a reality. And if I'm not mistaken, Mrs. Thomas says this every day. Do something to move your business forward. You mean to tell me I can't talk to 3 people, a name and a number for 3 people, and everybody I talk to is already doing my services? Oh, wait a minute. Let me sit back on my hands, guys. Let me sit back on my hands. You mean to tell me everybody that I talk to is already doing my services? The only difference is they're not making money, Agent O'Deal, or they're not saving the money. And all I have to do is put them in position of whether we want to do one or both. And either way, I still come out on the winning side, even if they just become a customer. Okay, let's play worst case scenario. What if they refer me? You mean to tell me it don't cost me a dime to get referred? To give a referral, it don't cost me a dime. And I got this business for $324, little to no overhead. I don't have to restock anything. I don't have to hope and pray and fall out on the floor and tear my clothes off like David to try to get somebody to do some of my business that they're already doing. All I have to do, Mr. Thomas, is get off my do nothing and do something and talk to somebody that's going to talk to somebody that knows somebody that we can all join in together and be peaceful with one another. And if this situation comes up again, I'm going to be totally insulated, because not only are they going to always be doing my services, but they're going to want to come on the wholesale side instead of the retail side. And not only that, guys, but if I'm not mistaken, our comp plan says when you go from RC to RVP, you get another $100 if the person gets qualified within the first 30 days, which has 5 services. Watch this, guys. And after the first 5 services, you don't have to do 5 more. You only have to do 3 more, and you get another $200. And you mean to tell me I don't have to convince nobody to do something they're already doing, and I can make that money over and over and over and over and over again? And I don't have to go to a convention to have somebody scratch my back. I don't have to break my neck to pay all this money to get a hotel and do all this other stuff that everybody's going to do. I don't have to get my brand new suit together or my brand new dress and put on my finest attire to try to pitch somebody on something that, even if they do give me the funding, Mr. Thomas, even if they do give me the funding, I have to pay it back with interest. Which means, guys, the bank is going to be making money off me, and the people that I borrowed the money from definitely going to be making money off me. And guess what? I'm not guaranteed for somebody to even walk in the door. But I am guaranteed for whoever start their business up, whether they do it from home or whether they do it from a brick and mortar, they will be doing my services. I think somebody need to go back and watch the other 2 videos, because they will be doing my services. And as long as they're doing my services and they're going to be doing it till the good Lord calls them home, I might as well get on my good foot, walk outside my door, and understand that I got everything that everybody needs. The only thing I need to do is believe in me. Because if I believe in me, everything else is out the window. Because as long as I can take these 2 feet and walk out this door, I don't care if it's the mailman, the gas man, it don't matter. Everybody has, here's come that word, has to do my services. And I don't have to pitch them. I don't have to try to convince them. I don't have to do any of that. And that money's going to come to me like a slot machine. Vegas, I may add. A slot machine. Because as long as that comp plan is in place, and you can call me back, I always tell my downline, call me back when they don't pay out. Watch this. Buddy Lee, Jackie Black, watch this, Mr. Curry. I have never gotten that call. As a matter of fact, when they do get paid, they will not call you. Think about it. They will not call you. You ever got an IBO that got qualified? They will not call you first, because they got that check. Maria Estrada, they will not be calling you because they have that money. Think about it. And I have never had an IBO to call me back and did the work of the comp plan, not get paid. With that said, guys, I'm sorry. It was a little radical. I knew I was going to sit down. I was trying not to get hyped, but I couldn't understand it, guys. Big business is us. It's us, guys. It's us globally. And we don't have to run behind anybody. If you just don't want to talk to anybody, send them this video. Let the video talk to them. Then have them ask questions later. Then you can answer them based on the video. I've given you nothing but the facts. The facts, and nothing but the facts. With that said, guys.
Not as far away from these dreams as you think you are. And I'd say, really, Dad? And he'd go, no, you're actually a lot closer than you think. But because you think it's so far away, you behave in accordance with that belief system, and it always keeps it that far away from you.
So how do we bring our dreams closer to us?
The first thing is, that's a great question. The first thing is you need to believe and know that you're one decision, one relationship, one meeting, one book, one thought, one something away from a completely different life. And when you know that, you begin to look for them.
With that said, guys, remember, this is the 1%. Thank you.